I am Noriko Paulford, and this is Uncut News. The United States has spoken yet again. This morning, after congratulating Suriname for completing its recently held elections, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo again called on GCOM to declare a winner to our elections.
It's now been 4 months since Guyana's election, long past due for a peaceful transition of power. CARICOM and the OAS have certified the recount results. They should get on with it. I've instructed my department to ensure those who undermine Guyana's democracy are held accountable.
This is only the latest in a series of statements from representatives from the ABCE countries, the OAS, the EU, CARICOM, and a host of other organizations, including your mother, calling for a swift resolution for an elections that should have ended 4 months ago. Yesterday, Guyana's $18 million ExxonMobil signing bonus got put to good use. A legal team of both local and international lawyers presented its arguments that the ICJ has jurisdiction to hear the border dispute case against Venezuela. Guyana argued that the court's jurisdiction is derived from two sources in combination. The case has since adjourned for deliberation. The ICJ will soon announce a date for its judgment. While the PPP and the PNC are showing a united front in front of the ICJ, today they battled it out in front of the CCJ. Today was a marathon session of oral submissions from both sides. As of press time, the case was still ongoing. We will update this story tomorrow. Continuing with court cases, Keith Slowenfield is now facing not one, but two private criminal charges alleging fraud. He is being accused of misconduct in office and breach of the public's trust by providing results of the March 2nd elections, knowing same to be false. The two separate charges were filed yesterday and could be heard as soon as Friday. Do you need a reason to install GPS tracking on your vehicle? Here's one. You want to go meet up with your side chick, but your car needs to be at your workplace. Let wifey truck your car while you take a taxi. Ha! Contact Triple B's Enterprise for quick and easy installation. And the best part is, there's no monthly fee. You only pay once. Call them on telephone number 682-8326. Don't wait. Call them now! Over the last 2 days, the Amerindian People's Association was able to deliver supplies to hundreds of households across Region 1. Given the impact the Rona and lockdowns have had on the area, the APA said it will continue to deliver food and cleaning supplies to more hard-hit villages, especially those in the Maruka sub-district of Region 1. And continuing coverage of news from Region 1, a total lockdown of Santa Rosa in the Maruka sub-district will begin this Saturday and will continue for 2 weeks. The decision was made after positive cases in the village increased to over 70, outpacing all other regions in the country. Traffic in and out of the village will be severely restricted. Additionally, shops will only be allowed to open from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday to Friday. Hey you, like this video if you like, and subscribe if you are a new viewer. Moving on, in response to the ever-increasing number of positive cases in Guyana, the government is delaying the reopening of the nation's airports to international traffic. Teddy Jagan was slated to be reopened on July 1st to limited incoming flights for citizens, permanent residents, international workers and agencies, as well as diplomats, under a 4-phase reopening plan. However, that has now been delayed until August 1st. While the airport may have said to slow things down in the face of the Rona, the Ministry of Education said it's full steam ahead with their plan to host the NGSA, CAPE and CSEC exams this month. Today marked the first day of grade 6 tests with 14,730 students registered to write the examination across the country. This exam will conclude tomorrow, July 2nd, 2020, while the CAPE and CSEC examinations will begin in the next 2 weeks. On Tuesday, a mining accident at Peruni Mines, Region 7, claimed the life of 55-year-old Brazilian national Jose Serrero Ferreira Pereira, also known as Garapol. According to police information, he was working in the mining pit after midnight when a 200-pound rock reportedly fell on his head. He was then brought to the surface by a colleague. Pereira died soon thereafter at the scene. The driver that police say was responsible for last month's fatal hit-and-run collision in Enmore was arraigned on Tuesday. 28-year-old Stephen Pierre of 26 Seafield Village, West Coast Buddies, was charged with causing the death of 16-year-old Sheldon Major by dangerous driving and injuring his brother, 14-year-old Christopher Pollard. Pierre was also charged with failing to report an accident, failing to render assistance, and failing to stop after an accident. He pleaded not guilty to all the charges and was released on $575,000 bail. The case has been postponed until July 14th, 2020. Remember that Range Rover I told you about? Forget it! You'll never be able to afford that. But this 2015 Toyota Harrier is square within your reach, yes! Visit BM Soat at Lot 9 Crone Street, Georgetown, and tell them Norrico Bullford sent you. And find out about their in-house financing. Call them on telephone number 231-8451. PM Soat Auto Sales. It's your turn to drive. Now for our weird news story of the day. Here's a trigger warning for you snowflakes. If you're afraid of snakes, I suggest you skip this story. Still here? Good. People tending to a community garden in South Wales, UK, got the shock of their lives when they discovered a 6-foot red-tailed boa constrictor among their veggies. Yes, a camoodie in the cabbages. After what I assume was a quick change of undergarments following the discovery, the snake was quickly transported to a local police station before the animal control drove it to a specialist care facility in the West Midlands. The giant snake is believed to be someone's pet, but it is not known where it escaped from. Please, people, lock up your pets, especially if they're snakes. Norrico would not have reacted as nicely as the folks in this story to a snake. And moving on, it's time for our Uncut News Viewers Poll question. Every day, we will pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So, you give your responses in the comments, and we'll read the best ones in the following episode. Yesterday's question was about how the CCJ will rule on the elections case. Here's what you all had to say. Just know if I'm speaking too fast, just press pause. Jennifer W. Rose said, while it is obvious that the PPP won the election, the CCJ will rule that they do not have jurisdiction to hear the matter. This is because of the doctrine of sovereignty. It does not allow an outside court to get involved in such cases. Therefore, the decision of the appeal court is final. I am amazed how they have come up with such a brilliant plan to steal the elections. Well, that's what Jennifer says. Now, how about you, Mr. Christopher Abraham? He says, from my knowledge of the laws of Guyana and in terms of the constitution, GCOM is an independent body, but it has been influenced by the APNU. The caretaker president, Granger, said he will accept the results of the national recount, and he's backstepping on his word and also misleading his party supporters. It's clear that the PPPC won the election even after Mr. Mingo tried so hard to present false SOP, but the recount clearly showed the only fraud in this election in the 20s. I'm sorry, he's going on. He makes a very good point, but you can all read that. It's too much for me. I'm sorry, I'm lazy. And finally, we close with tonight's viewer poll question. This one is in relation to the ongoing NGSA testing. Seeing as cases of the Rona have not reduced locally, was it a good idea to go forward with the NGSA, CXC and CAPE exams? If yes, why do you feel so? If no, what should the Ministry of Education have done instead? Think about that question long and hard, and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we'll feature it in tomorrow's episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I am Noriko Bullford saying good night, folks. Hey, Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.